welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making the mini pizzas all of 2015 from the Back to the Future cookbook. The ingredients are very few and simple. All we'll be needing is some shredded mozzarella cheese, some pepperoni slices that I've quartered, thinly sliced green pepper, a little bit of olive oil, garlic powder, and then either your favorite marinara or jarred pizza sauce. And to finish it off, we're going to need some pita bread. These are all our ingredients, so let's get this stuff moved out of the way and we can start bringing our little mini pizzas together. Now that I have all those ingredients out of the way, I want to start by prepping my little pita pockets. And to do that, I want to separate the two layers of bread from each other. And all I'm going to do is, there's a little crack on this one. I'm just going to take my knife in there and kind of rub it around and try and get those two layers completely separated without creating too big of a hole. And I think that one is okay. And I'm doing this from the back side, but I think whatever side you can get that hole into is good enough. These tend to have like a little natural crease in the back that likes to open up fairly quickly and easily for you. So I just find it easier to go through the back than I do the front. Once you're happy that you have both layers separated, we're going to lightly brush the tops of these with a little bit of olive oil. I don't want to put too much on, just a really light coating. You want to put on just enough that your garlic powder will stick when you sprinkle it on, which is exactly what I'm going to do now. Sprinkle some garlic powder across the tops of both of these. And then once you have that on, we're going to move on to our sauce. And I'm just going to be using maybe a tablespoon or two. I don't want to put too much on. And I'll spread it all the way out to about a ½ inch to an inch away from the edge. Don't want to quite go all the way out to the tip. Now that I have all the sauce on, I'm going to evenly spread a thin layer of mozzarella cheese over the tops of both of these. Now that I have the cheese on, it's time for the toppings. Now the recipe says to put green pepper on half of each of them and then pepperoni on the other half. But, you know, I honestly think if you don't like green pepper or pepperoni, then customize these the way you want to. I'm doing these just according to the recipe, just because this is the first time I'm making them. But if I make these again, if these turn out to be good and I end up making them again, I'm totally customizing them with my favorite pizza toppings. Well, that's all there is to the assembly of our little mini pizzas. Now these are going to go into the freezer for 1 hour until they are completely frozen through. The pizzas have been in the freezer for an hour, and now that they are nice and frozen, what I'm going to do is the ones that I don't want to cook tonight, I've gone ahead and wrapped up in saran wrap, and I'm going to place these into a plastic bag, a plastic freezer bag that I've marked with what they are and the temperature I want to cook them at and for how long. That way I'll know in the future and I won't have to pull out my cookbook just to double check those times. These are going to go back into my freezer for up to 2 months, where I can pull those out and cook them as I need them. For the ones that I do want to bake tonight, I'm going to pop these into the oven on 450 degrees and bake them for about 10 to 15 minutes or until our cheese is nice and bubbly and lightly golden brown. So I'll see you once these are out of the oven. The mini pizza all of 2015 are out of the oven, and I did allow them to cool down for just a few minutes just so I didn't burn my mouth when I tried one of these. So let's dig in and see what this thing tastes like. Unsurprisingly, I really do like this dish, and I will definitely be making it again in the future. Though, like I said earlier, I will be customizing it with the toppings of my choice. You know, there's not really much I would change other than those toppings. I like the addition of the garlic. I think it goes really well with everything here. Did it need to go into the freezer for an hour before I baked it? I really don't think so. I think I could have thrown it right in there and it would have been totally fine. Though I do like the fact that I can freeze these and then wrap them up and bake them sometime in the future whenever I need a quick meal. But that is going to be it for me for the day. If you guys tried this recipe out, let me know how it turns out for you. If you guys have enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. I really do enjoy hearing your feedback. And as always, thank y'all so very much for joining me today. I've been Vault Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.